everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jennifer and today we have another stories from Japan. Right now we are currently all just staying at home, and so I needed something to make me happy, and talking about Japan makes me happy. So I thought I'd do another stories from Japan video. So today's story, pronunciation is very important in Japan. You know, when people usually talk about pronunciation for Japanese, they're usually talking about, you know, Japanese originated words. I'm actually going to be talking about words that are kind of like foreign words, or words that foreigners have adapted into their own language and, you know, make it their own. I didn't realize how important pronunciation was for these kind of words. So, story time! So back in the summer of 2010, when I studied abroad, you know, my Japanese was kind of minimal. But, you know, the fun about studying abroad is really just going out there and just, you know, giving it your best shot when it comes to the language. You know, take every opportunity that you get when you go out and, you know, into the city and, you know, you explore and look around. You know, take every opportunity to, you know, put in your best effort to just try to speak some sort of Japanese. Whether it's wrong, whether it's sloppy, just, you know, go out there and try. Well, myself and two other friends were in the downtown area of Kyoto, and we were, you know, looking for a specific ramen shop. Other classmates of ours, you know, told us about this really, really cool ramen shop, and we were like, wow, we really want to go there. It sounds great. But we didn't know where we were. Their directions weren't that clear. They just said downtown area. Really? It's huge. Like, where downtown area? But anyway, so on with the story though. They just put us in downtown, so we're thinking, you know, the area that has like all the shops, arcades, stuff like that. That's not where we were supposed to go, but it was getting late, we were getting hungry, we wanted ramen. So we didn't care anymore about what ramen shop it was going to be. We just wanted ramen. So I wasn't that courageous, but one of my other friends that I was with, he was very courageous. So he, you know, was spotting out, you know, who he could like interrupt to ask for directions, and he found these two Japanese girls. He's like, okay, I'm gonna ask them. So he spotted the two Japanese girls and he went up to them and he was like, sumimasen, and he started speaking. And what he asked was in Japanese, you know, where can I find ramen? Where is ramen? He literally just said, ramen wa doko desu ka? And that literally just translates to, you know, where's ramen? And even though it's not like exactly what we were trying to say in English, which is like, where can we find a ramen restaurant? It's good enough, it's simple. Japanese people will actually understand what you're trying to say. So that's what he asked. And they looked at us like, and he's just like, you know, ramen. And he said it exactly like that. Nothing else, just ramen. That's it. Quick, ramen. They're like, ramen? Ramen? What's ramen? They're like looking at each other like they've never heard the word ramen before. And I'm thinking to myself, ramen is a Japanese word. Like, why are you having so much trouble understanding us when we're asking, you know, where's ramen? And then it dawned on us. We were not saying ramen right. We have not given them the right pronunciation of ramen in Japanese. What we've said was ramen, which is the foreigner way of saying ramen. You should be saying ramen. Do you understand the difference between ramen and ramen? The extended A is the correct way to pronounce ramen. This is the Japanese pronunciation of ramen. So, my friend discovered this and was like, oh, wait. And then he said, ramen wa doko desu ka? Would you believe these girls were like, oh, ramen, ramen. And they were like telling us where to go. It finally clicked for them. So I'm like, wow. Like something so small, and it just made the biggest difference when it came to communicating with Japanese people. So that was really, really a weird experience, and you think I would learn my lesson after that, but I didn't. Another story I would like to tell that is about pronunciation for like foreign-ish kind of words, or words that we take from Japanese language, is, you know, anime titles that are foreign words. In Kyoto, this was my second time going to Japan, so it was my honeymoon. I was with my husband, and we were out shopping, trying to get, you know, souvenirs for friends. And one of my friends is big on anime, like myself. And like myself, if you can see, Gurren Lagann flag right there, my bookshelf of anime. And so, you know, I know that he really liked Hunter x Hunter. That's how we say it in America. Hunter x Hunter. Well, when I went up to the shop clerk of this anime store that I just came upon randomly, I asked her, you know, do you have anything that's Hunter x Hunter? And she understood that I was asking for something specific, but she didn't know what I was trying to say. I just kept on saying, Hunter x Hunter, Hunter x Hunter. And she was like, no, like, I don't know what you're talking about. I was like, why is she not understanding? Like, that's exactly what it is in Japanese. Like, they don't have it translated in any other way. I was like, oh, you know what? Let me say it in like that Japanese kind of accent, kind of how you would with katakana. So I was like, Hunter x Hunter. It clicked on her. Like the light bulb, you could see it turn on in her head. She was like, oh, Hunter x Hunter. And I was like, oh my God, you have to be kidding me. So she finally understood what I was saying, pointed us in the right direction. I ended up giving my friend, I think it was like a soundtrack. So yeah, it was, like, it makes such a difference. And you feel, I mean, you don't mean to feel stupid. I mean, I kind of feel stupid, but you feel stupid when like you're trying to, you think you're asking for like the simplest of things. And then all of a sudden you realize like, you're not saying it correctly, like correctly to where they can understand you. And there's another instance of this, third story time. My husband and I, we decided to go to Universal Japan in Osaka. There was a specific thing that we were going to Universal for, and it was their exhibit for Monster Hunter. Which is a video game for those of you who are not savvy in gaming. It's one of my husband's favorite games. We play it with our friends. It's super fun, very cute. Well, the cats are cute. That's the good part. Well, anyway, they were having something at Universal, Monster Hunter related. So we were like, we need to go see this like area. It looks super cool. We wanted to like buy some stuff. And so we asked a worker, a cast member at Universal, and we were like, oh, you know, Monster Hunter. And she had no idea what we were talking about. And we're like, like where on the map is Monster Hunter? Like, that's all we wanted to see. I mean, we spent the whole day at Universal and we had a great time with other things, but we really wanted to see this Monster Hunter thing. And so I'm trying to, you know, get it through that we're looking for Monster Hunter. I was like, I don't think it's in Japanese in a different name. Like, it's Monster Hunter in Japanese. I was like, oh, wait a minute. And then I remembered all my other experiences. I was like, I need to say it in that katakana Japanese. So I was like, Monster Hunter. It clicked. It clicked for her. She was like, oh, Monster Hunter. And I was like, oh my God. So she pointed us in the right direction. It literally led us there. She would not just like say, oh, it's over there. She literally took us over there. And we were very grateful for that because we had some great times. They had like this huge, you know, monster that was breathing fire. It was so fun. They had these like cool drinks in these bags that were supposed to be like the potions that you take in the game. Very, very fun. And then they had like this weird setup where you can like hook up your current Monster Hunter game that was back then. It was on the Nintendo 3DS. And you could hook it up and like play this arena style kind of game with other players that were there. And so my husband and I, we did that too because we had our 3DSs on us. Which, FYI, taking your Nintendo 3DS to Japan is the best thing to do. It was so much fun. Oh my gosh. Like your Mii Pass, where all the Mii characters come and to your gate and you like let people in and stuff like that. It's so fun to see where everyone was from. Like when my husband and I went during that time for our honeymoon, we only went to 3 places. I showed him Tokyo, I showed him Osaka, I showed him Kyoto. Those were the main 3 places. You know, we didn't really go too much to any other prefectures. And I got like so many prefectures just from visiting those 3 prefectures. It was crazy insane, so fun. Do it if you get a chance. Yeah, I have a visitor. That's what that was about. Say hi, Riku. Yeah, I know. He needed to be in here with me, apparently. But anyway, so those were my 3 stories about pronunciation in Japan. It just takes a lot of practice. Japanese already is kind of a hard language. It can be very tedious to learn. Just don't be discouraged if you go to Japan and you try to speak and you think like you're saying something correctly and they're just not understanding. Sometimes the best way to communicate if you're using foreign words is just to say it with a Japanese accent, using the Japanese syllables. Hopefully you enjoyed this story time. Give it a like, and please remember to subscribe if you would like more videos like this or videos on Japan. Recently I just uploaded the Japanese baseball game video, and I still have some footage left over from Japan last summer. And I'll be coming out with an update video very soon. So in the meantime, stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you next time. Bye!